Hi everybody! So for this video we're going to be talking about anatomically modern humans, ancient anatomically modern humans, but anatomically modern humans, and we'll also be talking about an amazing fossil that was found in the last 10 years or so called Homo floresiensis. Homo floresiensis you may have heard of. It's been very, very well publicized under the name of the Hobbit because it's so tiny. So we'll look at that as well. So we'll start talking about anatomically modern humans and some of the characteristics that we see associated with anatomically modern humans. Anatomically modern humans, as you will remember, have very flat faces. So you can see very flat face. They have reduced prognathism. Okay, reduced prognathism equals very flat face. They also have relatively small supraorbital tori, or brow ridges. So you can see they're a little bigger than an anatomically modern human today, but much, much smaller than you see in previous species. They also have relatively small zygomatic bones, very gracile, so those cheekbones are very small. Their cranium has changed shape significantly. We see this sort of large raised area up here where it sort of domes up. And this actually is even more exaggerated in anatomically modern humans today to have this sort of dome shape, a very rounded skull. What else? That might be it, I think, for our skull. Okay, so that's anatomically modern humans. Oh, cranial capacity. Cranial capacity is huge. It's actually not quite as big as you see in Neanderthals, but once again, we might all be the same species. But we do see, larger cranial capacity significantly compared to species before Neanderthals. So with anatomically modern humans, we're looking at about 1,250 cubic centimeters to about 1,550 cubic centimeters. With Neanderthals, it can go up to as much as around, 1,600 to 1,700 cubic centimeters. So that's our anatomically modern humans. Let's take a little look at our Homo floresiensis. So as you can see, Homo floresiensis is really small, but has some really interesting characteristics. So this is Homo floresiensis, as I said, the hobbit. This is a tiny little species. Only about the size of a smaller Australopithecine, but you can see some really interesting characteristics. What's fascinating about this species is it's actually coexisting with anatomically modern humans, and that's kind of crazy, right? We don't think of anatomically modern humans as coexisting with some more potentially primitive human, or not human ancestors, but hominins. So this is actually really exciting to see this kind of species coexisting with anatomically modern humans. So Homo floresiensis, very small, still retains a lot of weirdly primitive characteristics. It's possible that they're actually a really interesting form of dwarfed Homo erectus, but that's only one hypothesis. There are lots of different hypotheses. You can see very small cranial capacity, so very tiny brain. You can also see relatively well-defined supraorbital tori. You can see it's quite prognathic. It has really quite robust mandibles, so it may have been eating something a little bit tougher. And it has an interesting sort of point to its skull up here as well. So this is all really, really interesting because it's so tiny, and there are many, many different hypotheses about Homo floresiensis, what is going on. Some people have suggested it's a pathological anatomically modern human. Many other people have suggested it may be a dwarfed version of Homo erectus. We really don't know. We're still exploring this amazing species. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this, and if you have any questions, please let me know.